Greetings and welcome back to another episode in our series of 1,000 Evidences for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This one, number 230, is part 4 in our discussion about Paul's gospel, or rather, Paul's teachings about the gospel of Jesus Christ. As stated in our last 3 episodes, in my many discussions with critics of the church over the years, they try to claim that the LDS Church is false because they think it teaches another gospel that had not been taught by Paul. They do this by quoting Galatians chapter 1, verses 6 through 9, which warns that if anyone preaches any other gospel than that which he had preached, that they should be accursed. In our last 3 episodes, we found that the LDS Church is following Paul's description of the gospel much more closely than evangelical sects of the critics. Specifically, in part 1, we talked about how born-again gracers are not following Paul's teachings about the true nature of Godhead, as well as the necessity of works in our journey towards salvation. In part 2, we talked about Paul's teachings about premortal existence of all mankind. No other church follows Paul in teaching this eternal truth. Also in part 2, we talked about Paul's teaching about baptisms for the dead. In part 3, we talked about Paul's epistles on the subject of eternal marriage. And we also talked about the importance of temples in latter days. In this episode, we will consider Paul's emphasis on the importance of a complete organization of the true church, including apostles and prophets. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12, Paul stresses the importance of apostles and prophets as being like the parts of a human body. He taught that the hand cannot say to the foot that it is not needed, neither can the eye say to the ear that it is not needed. Non-LDS people assume that the apostles Jesus chose in his earthly ministry, that they are sufficient once and for all. However, think about it. Why would Paul spend so much time and trouble and ink in emphasizing something that was not needed to be continued? Obviously, even then, there were skeptics who thought it was not necessary to continue sustaining new apostles and prophets. Hence, his desire to emphasize the continual need. In the same epistle, chapter 4 of Ephesians, Paul emphasized that a whole complete church organization, including apostles and prophets, is necessary for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, and for the edifying of the body of Christ. For how long? Till we all come to unity of the faith. Are we there yet? No, not at all. Instead of Christian unity, there's division and animosity. So here again, another criticism from our detractors turns out to be another evidence that the LDS Church is true and is following the teachings of Paul, while they are ignoring and neglecting so many of his important teachings. Thanks for watching, and remember, as we have said before, call, don't fall. Call on the God of the whole and complete gospel. Don't fall for those who advocate an incomplete and imperfect organization.